So, what is the Arizona Department of Education telling you?
Um, are they supposed to be talking to us? They don't tell us anything. We haven't heard anything. I personally called myself yesterday. I tried to call Akimbo. They're closed. No one is answering. Of course, at ESA, they're closed. I'm not even sure that they know that this is an issue right now.
This weekend, who would you have expected to hear from concerning this new issue that you've had yesterday and now into today? Who are the people that should be communicating with you?
Well, I would assume the Arizona Department of Education, someone there, someone in the ESA department. I don't know, John Ward, maybe he's the executive director. I would think that he should probably know what's going on. Um, Even like Tom Horn. I don't know who the communication person is that you got information from. But there's nobody that we can contact. There's just a phone number and they're closed.
So, why would this weekend be important to be able to make these transactions and get this done?
Well, at beginning of the school year, there's a lot of people that are buying curriculum right now. In fact, that's how I figured mine out. I needed specific books for my daughter's co-op that she goes to. So I went on Amazon to buy those that are required, and they declined. And I'm like, what the heck? Why is my card declining? That's really weird. Of course, I didn't know for like an hour later because it took Amazon, it takes them a while to process. And then I got an email from them. I'm like, wow, that's weird. Why did that decline? So I went in and looked, everything looked totally fine. Um, it was for a little over $100. So I went into Class Wallet and I looked in Class Wallet and Amazon did it 4 times. So I am missing over $400. It appears that it's a statewide issue. Numerous people are reporting this. Out school reoccurring payments are being declined. So all these people that have reoccurring payments, everything's being declined. It's really concerning because we haven't had any communication. We have money missing. Like just myself is over $400. If somebody else ran theirs 7 times, I mean that's a lot of money that people are missing, and who knows where it's at. There was an issue with the website, what I think it was Thursday or the 31st, whatever day the 31st was, where the ESA website went down for us to input all of our information for the end of year. And it was down, and we had no communication with that either.
So
So,
let's back up because when that happened on Thursday, I contacted the Arizona Department of Education. I had a response Friday morning.
oh,
You
great.
got that response too, right?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You weren't told that it was a system-wide IT was out, it was back up, and then you actually had time to go back and the deadline was extended. You did not receive that
No.
information.
No, nothing has been communicated. And by the way, I'd love to discuss an email that we did receive from the ESA staff regarding how their new thing is that we have to pay monthly instead of quarterly now.
I saw this. Can you please tell me about that?
Now, instead of paying our tutors quarterly, we have to pay every month. So they have to, and apparently they're not allowed to bill us in advance. So they have to bill us after the fact with that, which is really weird. We've never had that. I don't know who made that up. The letter was extremely muddy. There's all kinds of people asking what that means. Is it just for tutoring? Is it for like memberships? A lot of people, buy yearly memberships because it's less expensive. A lot of tutoring facilities um, charge you by the quarter just because it's easier for everybody to do that. And you get one bill instead of 4 bills. Uh, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I have no idea. It was poorly written. It's never been something that has been done before. It's nowhere in the handbook. It's nowhere in statute. It's nowhere in rules. It's like, I think sometimes they sit behind a desk and think, oh, how can we make this more difficult on parents? Which, by the way, is ironic because they claim that they don't have enough staff. So instead of doing one invoice, now they want 3 invoices. So they're like tripling their work. That doesn't even make any sense. So now they have to approve it 3 different times instead of once. So that just doesn't make sense.
So I wanted to ask you about that. Was this in the handbook? And then a change like this, would this have had to go through a vote, the
Um,
board or anything, or can they make these changes?
they have been doing arbitrary changes, decisions. There's nothing, I mean, that was just sprung on us. Uh, I don't even know if vendors have been notified with that. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you don't prepay right now, they're like behind on paying vendors. So if a vendor, if you can't get, if you, they can't get paid until after their service. So they've already completed a month's worth of service for you. And then it takes another 4 weeks for ESA to pay them. That's just crazy. They're waiting 8 weeks to get paid. It just doesn't make any sense. So if that's why you pay by the quarter, everything's already, they've received their finances, their money, they're good to go. Everybody's good to go. You don't have to worry about it. And then this letter comes out and you're like, what does this even mean?
You know, Arizona has really been on the forefront of school choice
Yes,
and
it's
ESA. And
fabulous.
it's a fantastic program, just from what I see. You know, the parents that I talk to have been
Yeah.
quite happy. Do you feel these are just bumps in the road? Do you feel like maybe even at the state level, they're trying to figure some of these things out? Or do
I
you feel there's been a shift somewhere that's causing, all this chaos?
so I really can't answer that. There's no reason to change something like that. It's worked fine. It's the way that it's always been. It's not something that's new that they're like, oh, let's try it this way and then do that. It's always been allowed. Um, honestly, I don't know what's going on in the department. There's been no communication again. Even that email that was sent out was signed ESA staff. Who the
Mhm.
heck is ESA staff? Where did they get this information from? Why did they decide on this information? Um, nothing was ever stated. This was just something that was thrown on us a couple days ago, which makes 0 sense. So,
Well, I'm sorry you're going through all this. And please keep me updated today,
yes, we'll do.
tomorrow, whenever.
Will you keep us updated? You seem to have a little bit more communication than we
It's
do.
really sad.
Oh my goodness, which is good, I guess, but it would be nice if they communicated to the contract holders. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me get to editing and see if we can get you some
Okay.
answers.
Sounds good. Good luck.
All right. Thank you
Appreciate it.
so much.
Thanks, Jen.
All right. Bye-bye.